So I will be calling three of the loyalty awardees to share their stories kung bakit ba sila tumagal dito sa ating ahensya. So first up, I would like to call to the stage someone who has been here for 40 years, the Director of the Social Development Staff, Director Mary Ann Daraway. Sana. Ma'am, okay, ang susunod po ay ang Regional Director ng NRO6. So si RD Roan Bakal. Tapos last and the least, yung least number of years. So 20 years na siya dito, ang Head Executive Assistant ng Office of the Secretary, si Sir Alan Ancheta.
Pakibigay na lang.
Yan. So, tara, may mic na tayo, no? So, yung unang tanong. Ang unang tanong, ma'am. Sige, si Ma'am Mary Ann muna. Oo, ikaw na mauna. Paano kayo nagsimula? What was your first job at NEDA? How did you start?
I started as a senior economic development specialist with some difficulty in getting into NEDA. Because when I applied, it was the reorg time. And then, apparently, my region then, I started in Region 2. They lost my application papers. So I came back and forth to the central office to get my documents. But then again, the then director during the reorg was the late Catalino Bucarin, who was one of the pioneers also of NEDA, coming from Mindanao and accepting the challenge of the Region 2. That's why I served under him during that time, the reorg time of NEDA.
Si RD, anong first job?
I really started from the bottom. Fresh graduate ako sa Xavier University. And for some reason, somebody gave my name to then Regional Executive Director Benjamin Leong. He was my first boss. He took me in and wala pang plantilla position noon kasi konti lang. So he took me in as clerk of the Regional Development Council. So I started as clerk, and then a few months later, I was taken in as researcher. And I had to, swerte talaga yung mga ibang staff ngayon kasi napakaliit lang ng mga ladder, napakaiksi ng ladder na kailangan nilang tamakin. Kami noon, we started as researcher, may DEF, may DCBA pa yun. And then after that, analyst. And then, economic development specialist. 1, 2, 3, may numbers pa yan. Until senior, supervising, chief, then assistant regional director, and then now as RD.
Yan.
So, medyo
So talagang from
changes.
the bottom talaga, from
Oo.
clerk up to RD ngayon. Si Heya, Sir Alan, anong simula mo dito?
Yun nga, napaka-junior para ng experience ko compared to these two heavyweights. Anyway, di naman ako lightweight sa weight eh. Yeah, I started my government service actually not from NEDA but from the Office of the President. I started dun sa SRA program of the latter part of the Ramos administration, then until the presidency of President Era. I have an unpleasant experience, so I left OP, and with the suggestion of my former boss, who is really looking after also my welfare, I applied sa NEDA. So, I submitted my applications sa tatlong staff, DIS, Social Development Staff, and RDS. And luckily, RDS took me in as a senior EDS. So, in RDS, I learned a lot. Tapos, hanggang nag-progress, then at the time ni Secretary Padaranga was taken in sa OSEC, as the closing technical or executive assistant of Secretary Paderanga, and now as Heya to Secretary Pernia.
So yung isa pang tanong natin, and people are probably interested in what thing or what accomplishment are you most proud of as a NEDAN? Diba? Simulan natin kay RD.
Medyo marami kasi nga But I think the more significant accomplishments were at the time when I already became regional director. Kasi meron akong what's this? Nasa akin yung decision making. So on the physical side, I was one of the first directors to spruce up the office, which led to the increase in motivation of our staff to work. I think it's the least that we can do. No, we ask so much from them. The least we can do is create an atmosphere, a work atmosphere that is conducive for hard work and even late night work. And there are other accomplishments. Ayoko
Pero yun nga, ma'am, maganda nga talaga yung kung nakapunta na po kayo ng Region 6, ang ganda po ng office nila talaga. Oo, di ba? Ma'am, ikayo ma'am, ano yung
Ako po, galing na rin po ako sa gobyerno before joining NEDA. But because of family decision for a turning point, because my husband lost his job, so I had to go to the region. So luckily, there was a reorganization. So I tried my luck being an economist with NEDA. And luckily too, I was taken in with some difficulty, but promising enough. So my accomplishments, I am a Manilena, actually. I was born and raised in Manila. Going to the region was a relatively culture shock for me. So what I brought into the table was the training I had with my former offices in Manila. So bringing in to the region was who then was a very traditional office, Region 2 in Cagayan Valley, yung culture of a Manileñan, no? So I was typing my outputs myself, where they were looking down on me because they said I shouldn't be doing that because there were clerks at the time. Manual pa po ang typing nung araw. So and then yung yung Chismis magazine na yung true to life stories, kumbaga, kahit chismis yan, tabu sa mga taga-NEDAN doon sa region noon. So, hindi nila, para bang, ayaw nilang bumibili ako ng kislap. So, yung mga ganon. But then again, some of you here in central office were also my partners, no, or my co-workers in the region, like Bobby Sario, who is also an awardee. Of course, Wina, the English prowess, no, that I learned in central office, in Manila, I brought also to the region. So with Wina also there then, as a staff there, medyo na-improve naman ng konti yung English po ng aming mga kasamahan noon kasi medyo mga senior na rin sila nung time na yun, yung mga kasamahan ko doon. So, yun yung mga na-introduce ko rin doon during that time. But as I grew in the organization, especially when I also grew through the ranks, no, from senior to now regional director then, and now director here in SDS. Ang pinaka-proud ako, together with my team, no, in the region, is managing and supervising the Regional Development Council without a chairman or a co-chairman for 9 years. Oh. So with that, we were able to gain the acclaim for the regional office with our partners and stakeholders in the region. So it's not me alone, but the team that I have. So I'm very thankful for the NRO team. for helping out in that task. Very, very difficult task. Then, lalo na, puro politiko po ang kausap. Sorry po.
Thank you, ma'am. Si Sir Alan, anong proudest
Na,
achievement mo sa NEDA?
natuduwende tuloy ulit ako sa achievement ng dalawa. But anyway, well, as junior as I am and as just providing merely technical and administrative support to the officers, well, I can say I actually take pride in every completed task assigned to me because I know that in some way it impacts the organization and also the employees. But also, I am proud that I was able to hurdle 3 secretaries. Mind you, it's hard managing their moods, providing them the needed data, coordinating what they need, coordinating their schedules with the different officers of various, of course, temperament, lahat. So, pagdadaanan mo yon. But as of now, kay Sec Pernia, it's relatively easy.
Of course you'd say that. Ayan, wait, ituloy natin yung next question ko kasi, di ba? Tuloy na natin kay Sir Alan. Ano yung pinaka unforgettable experience mo dito o unforgettable experience? Medyo light, hindi yung hindi yung seryoso.
Light.
Meron ka bang unforgettable experience dito sa dito sa NEDA?
Light, marami. Pero mahirap tandaan kasi araw-araw maraming light.
Ayun
moments,
nga.
Kasi you live every day with these high-level officers. Medyo marami. Pero, well, ang hindi ko lang nakakalimutan at some point is the time when NEDA is at the brink of, yung sabi nga ni Sec Winnie, there was a time na NEDA is at the brink of losing its integrity. That is during the NBN CTS scandal. I was part of the organization of the NEDA employees. And at the time, wala yata yung presidente namin naka-detail. So I'm the vice president. We face the media. The risk of course, being misinterpreted, everything, nandun yun. It's a little bit harrowing, pero somehow, with the guidance of my senior officers then, medyo na-handle naman ako.
Sabi ko light eh.
Heavy eh.
Okay, si RD, ano yung unforgettable experience niyo?
Siguro yung unforgettable experience ko is yung reassignment ko to Region 6. I was very ready to take over the helm of NEDA Region 10 then. Then all of a sudden, I get this call from Regional Development Office and say that you're going to be transferred to Region 6. Of course, that was a very challenging thing for me because I knew just one person or just 2 more pala from the region itself. And there are certain cultural adjustments that I had to make. Buti naman, it turned out to be a very enriching experience for me. As a person, I grew up as a person, as a manager, and as a leader dahil we had to, kami with the staff, we had to work with each other in putting order, strengthening our systems, introducing innovations. And ngayon, if there's one thing that I am very proud of, we have a very strong NRO 6. And I think we have already contributed 1 regional director for Mimaropa. And there are many more talents that are in the office. Another thing more is that unforgettable experience also is hiring young millennial staff to join the workforce, join the old guards, and introduce new things also into the system. So, yan, very unforgettable
Unforgettable
sa akin.
siya. Si Ma'am Marian,
Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, as a Manilenia, going to a region or a remote area, kung tutuusin, even if your husband is from there. My first unforgettable experience there was during the Christmas time. Meron silang kultura doon na they dress up. They go to the parlor before the Christmas party of the NRO. I did not know that. So me, I was in my jeans and everything and stayed in the office. I was wondering why all of them were leaving before the party at 6 o'clock. They were all leaving. Yeah, nagpapaparlor po sila lahat. And then when they came back, they were all in new clothes, di ba, Wina? They were in new clothes, bag, matchy-matchy pa. Matchy. Hindi nga, sa totoo lang. And then, I felt OP. Ako tuloy yung out of
Ikaw
place.
pa yung na-out of place.
Oo, kasi lahat sila nakadamit. Naka-coiffure pa, naka-coiffure. 1980s yun, mid-80s. Kaya sabi ko, ay, ganito pala. Sabi ko, kaya pala nag-uuwian sila. Tapos talagang kinakarir nila yung bibili ng bagong damit, sapatos at bag. Matchy-matchy talaga. Pati yung mga lalaki, kung tutuusin.
Nagpa-parlor din yung mga lalaki.
Ewan ko. Nag-parlor ba kayo? Biglang ganun eh. But just the same, dito naman sa Central, nung nilipat ako, bago pa lang po ako sa SDS, ang culture shock ko naman dito, ang gagaling ng mga anak ko dito. Yung may mga apelido na laude, ay, nanliliit po ako nung dumating ako. Kasi halos lahat po sila may apelidong laude. O, di ba? Kaya ang gagaling po nila. Pero, sabi ko nga, hindi ko akalaing may creativity rin pala sila. O, di ba? So anyway, the adjustment is still there. But sabi ko nga, the unforgettable moments are of course in building new families, extended families. My family in Region 2, I had for more than 29 years, or 29 years at that. And my family here is growing. So I hope we will build bigger families as we go along. So thank you both Region 2 and SDS.
So yung last question natin. What's the most important thing you learned from your time here at NEDA? Diba? So simulan natin kay Sir Alan. Oo, para may natutunan ka ba sa NEDA?
Well, actually, marami. Pero one thing I learned from my experiences with the previous secretaries, specifically with Secretary Padiranga, kahit ganun yung temperament noon, pero the one thing that I cannot forget is yung sabi niya na take care of your people. Kasi not only na sila, sabi nga, sila yung magsasalba sa'yo, sila yung kasama mo every day in, day out, they will support you sa pagbigay ng support sa amin and everything. With Secretary Balisacan, it's, serious talaga eh. So medyo kailangan technical and database talaga yung mga kailangan mo i-provide. So you have to provide everything. Hindi pwedeng walang research or anything. And completed staff work lagi yon. And then generally it's as training ng mga technical staff and support staff. Sabi ko, while we're busy with everything, don't lose our focus sa bigger picture. Yung purpose ng organization, purpose ng trabaho mo, and everything. Tapos, also, you have to have the right set of values as a public servant. Because that will sustain you in doing your everyday job, yung challenges you will be able to master. Kasi ang hirap eh. Sa job, sa office ng secretary, even as EA and now as HEA, you had to do a lot of balancing act. Dealing with the officers, dealing with other officers from our stakeholders, other agencies. It's always a balancing act. Napakahirap. So, striking a balance sa lahat ng bagay, yun yung
Yun yung natutunan mo.
natutunan ko.
Si RD Roan, what's the most important thing that you learned?
Yeah, I think this learning started even when I was in Region 10, and I brought it with me when I was already assigned to Region 6. That we do not wait for things to happen, we make things happen. Lalo na sa NEDA, kasi coordinating agency tayo, and we have that golden opportunity to influence decision makers and policy makers, lalo na at the regional level. Alam nyo, napakasarap talaga magtrabaho sa regions. Especially, and that is the reason why I stuck it for 40 years. Meron din mga, invitations for now and then to, join UNICEF or others. But talagang the region was a place for me because people listen to you. And they listen the opinion of NEDA. And also, as Secretariat of NEDA, we are able to influence the chairperson on the things that mattered for the development of the region. So, yun yung learning ko na initiate na tayo, let's
You have
make
to make
things
things
happen.
happen.
Let's not wait for instructions. Alam naman natin kung what is best for the region, what is important for the institution. So yun.
Si Director, ano nga ba yung tanong ko? What's the most important thing that you learned at NEDA?
The most important thing I learned is it's not the monies. Even if you need your job for money, it's not the money. As a public servant, you think about the people you serve. And when you serve, the thing I learned, you cannot do anything well enough if you are not God-centered and you don't have a strong faith. You do things that will help others build themselves up. I learned this from all my bosses, no? Through the years, after 40 years, I went through already 8 presidents in 40 years. But it's only now, and I'm very proud to be in NEDA when we finally have a people-centered Philippine Development Plan. I'm a proud NEDAN, and I do commit to continue. And not only that, the NEDANs are not only central office, but the forged partnership and network that we have with the regions are stronger than ever. And they each have the expertise that are needed in each of the regions, and that they already acclaim NEDA in their own little way in all the regions of the Philippines. So thank you for accepting me as a NEDAN, and hallelujah and hooray and congratulations to all of you NEDANs. Thank you.
Ayan. Okay. So yan, maraming salamat sa pag-share dahil pinilit namin kayong mag-share ng mga kwento ninyo. So maraming salamat din po sa lahat na nakinig. Let us all give... sige.
May konting message
sige,
lang
quick
po
message.
ako.
Sige, ma'am.
Quick message. Nasabi na natin lahat, nasabi ko na rin na malakas po at nagpapasalamat po ako sa pamilya ko sa Region 2. Matagal po kami nagsama at marami po kaming na-achieve. At marami rin po kaming pasakit na face. We faced a lot of challenges. I'm thankful too for SDS for accepting me and for growing with me. So thank you, dear children of SDS and NRO2. Lastly, I take this opportunity also to thank our officials, Secretary Pernia, Yusek Rose, Yusek Adora, Yusek Mike, for giving me this opportunity to also work here in Central Office and share the little talent and knowledge that I have to a wider range of partners and stakeholders here and internationally. Thank you for saving me. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Okay. So, tara na. So, bigyan po natin ng masigabong palakpakan ng ating mga NEDA.